Good evening and salutations, my Days of Alliance fans. I'm gonna be honest. It took me a little bit longer to do this video, or really to put this video out, because I had to calm down. This episode vexed me. For so many reasons, it vexed me. And I didn't want to go into this review just being super angry, and I didn't want to go in there with that type of negative energy. You sit there and you watch it, you watch your favorite YouTubers and stuff like that. You watch it because of whatever stuff that's going on, like even me in my life. I don't want to sit there and watch somebody for a good 10, 15 minutes. That's that's not fun for anyone. So I had to sit there and calm down a little bit. But I mean, this episode did pretty much vex me. Trust me, if I literally did this like 15 minutes ago, my energy would have been a lot different. This is actually me being calm. Um, and we'll start off with the sad thing is that I've been calling them. I've been literally sitting there saying like all three of them are idiots. But in reality, Johnny's the only one out of all three of them that's tolerable. Whenever he's with Allie, they act. Um, they both act like a pair of jackasses. But by himself, not being with Allie, I like his character. So finally, this idiot decides to make her decision. Now, there was so much wrong with this whole thing, and I can probably do a separate video on it. But that's the gist of it. During her speech before she announced, I can't believe I'm saying this, who she's going to choose, one of the things she says is, I had a hard time because I didn't want to, cause a rift between you two. You didn't want to cause a rift between those two. But you were selfish enough to still want to be with both of them. That sentence literally goes against what you just previously said. And I've said this yesterday. Okay? I said this yesterday. And if you also well, like I said, I think my last video, me, JOJ Media, and DC Sanctuary, we did a collab. It was a lot of fun. One of the things I did touch on was that part of her sounding like a damn hypocrite. So after that, she's like, no matter who I choose, either one of y'all have, y'all both have to be okay with it. You stupid idiot. Who the hell do you think you are telling someone how to react? Okay? I don't care if you're doing something as a joke and it may seem innocent. You don't get to control how somebody reacts. You just don't. Yet this idiot somehow thinks that she can do that. And these two idiots are stupid enough to sit there and play her game. So she chooses Allie. I'm going to be honest. I was like, you know what? You two both deserve each other. I hope y'all never break up. I hope y'all stay together for the rest of y'all lives because kind of like EJ and Sammy to some extent, or Carly and Sunny. You're toxic people. You are poisonous, toxic people. And you don't need to sit there and drag somebody else's life down. You need to sit there and destroy somebody who is just as much as terrible as you. So she chooses Allie, and then Johnny's upset because, he's human. And this idiot's all like, well, see, this is not what I wanted. You promised me. I had so much issues with That chick said that. I was like, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? I'm gonna bring it down because even just me saying that, it just hmm, mm, mm, mm. So after that, he's like, all right, I'm just gonna head out. He hugs her. He says some nice stuff, and then he walks off. You know what this brainless idiot Ali does? While her brother is heartbroken and hurt, she decides to have sex with Chanel. Okay? She decides to start having sex with Chanel. I love, I love watching two women kiss. Okay? I love it. Seeing those two be together and hold each other, for a second I thought I had acid reflux. And then I realized I just kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit. Because I'm just like, are you kidding me? That didn't ruin the mood at all for either one of you two idiots. It didn't ruin the mood for either one of y'all two. Listening to them talk just irritated the living life out of me. And even them sitting there talking about they want to sit there and start having sex, I was like, are you? I had so much mixed emotions. I was nauseous. I was angry. I was just like, are you? I just had a lot going on in my mind. So Johnny's at the bar. Paulina buys him a drink and it's like, hey, listen, I was rooting for you. I don't know what to make of that scene. I really don't. And to be honest, this episode just already pissed me off. So I just I can't even sit there and try to dissect whatever that was. Um, Vultures is all I'm gonna sit there and say. Okay, it was something about the way when EJ was talking to Kristen and Rob just came through the tunnels and he was like, "Hey, listen, your brother's dead." It it bothered me. It genuinely bothered me because as much as I love EJ, this dude wasn't sitting there thinking about, well, listen, I gave him a hard time, and in some ways I feel kind of bad or anything. He was just like, I need to get my hands on those shares. I mean, at least Kristen was like, hey, listen, I mean, I didn't know him that well, but I didn't hate him on sight like I did everyone else. That was some level of something. Um, Gabby, it just, that chick and her attitude about somebody just dying, and the first thing that she thinks about is, I'm screwed. What am I going to sit there and do to protect myself? Was just vulturous. It was literally disgusting. I know that the writers are sitting there trying to fix their mistake, but in going about that way, they are doing it in such the most tasteless. And here's the thing: I get it; it's a soap opera. Okay, people die, they come back all the time. Yeah, whatever. Soap opera, so it shouldn't matter. And if I was 16, 19, even 21 watching this, I'm like, whatever. There's something about that just threw me off. It just felt so, it made me feel disgusting. Like literally just watching, just, ugh. I don't know how to sit there and describe it, but it just, it gave me a feeling that I don't really get too often. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like watching the show and having it make me feel that way. And I know the other episodes are going to be a lot better, but this was one of those things where it was like, damn, should I have just skipped this episode? You know? Um, Gabby convinces Ava to, pretend that she's, Jake's wife and everything like that, so that way she's not out on her, out on the streets. It's like, bro, you do actually still have the mob, right? I know you want to sit there and try to live a better life for your son and everything like that, but I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. It's not like she didn't have options. Okay, she had options, but she decides to be, play like she's Jake's wife and everything, and EJ gets down there, and EJ and Gabby are facing off, and Kayla's there, and EJ's like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, yada yada yada, and I mean, honestly, to tell you, the thing is, like, their back and forth made me smile a little bit, but it was still like this dark shadow over me as I was watching it, and it made me not even enjoy a scene like that. And at this point, I don't think I have to express to everyone just how much EJ is my guy, and even that just didn't feel the same. Um, Abe is not there talking to um, Rome, talking about being, I don't know, head state or something like that. Governor. Also talking about Kate, and he just can't get past it. Abe was like, hey, I never thought I can get past Paulina's lies. I was like, no offense, Abe, but it's kind of like, it's like apples and oranges to some extent. I know people sitting there saying, well, she was protecting her son. And I get that. I really do get that. Okay? Because, at the end of the day, this isn't something that she can sit there and quietly do or anything like that. She had to protect her son. There is no. It's literally shades of gray. You know, Even when Paulina was like, oh, well, Sammy's no victim. No, it doesn't matter. Roman looks at her like that's his little girl. And the same thing she does with Chanel. And she also pacifies her BS. But, you know, Rome can't get past that, and Kate was not going to give up Lucas. So, getting some sort of encouragement from Paulina, she decides to talk to Rome. And Rome is like, yo, you can kick rocks. Abe was like, oh, I'll give him some time. I'm like, how much time? When the hell freezes over? When that happens, when the hell actually freezes over, then his heart would thaw out. Good luck with that, sweetheart. Just let me know how that works out in like 10, 15 years. Because I don't see it happening. She was also broken up a little bit about Jake. I mean, they didn't date that long in 8 weeks. She had a good time with him until Gabby came in and decided to be Gabby. And, well, Jake decided to be a scumbag. Okay, let's just be very clear about that. Now, while EJ's acting like a vulture, Rolf is like, yo, listen, we gotta get down, we gotta get Jake's body. So they sneak in the hospital, and they're about to sit there and wheel off Jake. I guess he's gonna sit there and do his little miracle drug to bring back Stefan. I feel like that's what's going to end up happening. I don't think, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't think that he even wants to bring back Jake. He just wants, because to be honest, Jake and Stefan are twins. This is the only reason why this technically works is because they're twins. With Alex and Ben, I mean, it's Alex and Ben. You can sit there and change the hairstyle and change the personality, and we can go along for the ride because like he seems very fun to watch. This is the one thing that me, Brock TV, JoJo Media, I don't know about DC Soul Sanctuary, but we're all in agreement that we are really digging this new character. But again, you took out one character, then you swatched them for the same character. I mean, it's just actors just left and then just came back as a different character, and we're supposed to sit there and pretend like, oh, that's cool. It's a soap opera, so it's okay. No, it's really not. But it is what it is. And I'm not super broken up about it, so you know. And honestly, tell you the truth, even with Robert's situation, I can give that a pass because she wanted to leave and he didn't, but his character just wouldn't make sense staying. So it's not fair for him to sit there and lose his job because she wants to quit hers. Um, with Austin and Franco, that was just an asinine decision to this day. With Stefan, Jake to Stefan, it makes sense, and I'm with it. Now, Chad was not there because I almost forgot about Chad. Chad and Sonny was not there talking about him getting kicked out. He felt like it was a great move because the house reminds him of Abby. And I think that's another part of the reason why he was like, no, it's cool, I'm leaving. They talk about that, and of course, Sonny's like, you can stay with us, with Uncle Victor and everything. And I'm like, the house seems pretty big and fine at Jennifer, with Doug and Julie. Why should they actually move one more B? That just seems unnecessary. Um, they talk about Alex for a little bit, EJ and everything like that, and then he gets a call from Tony saying that Jake is dead. Honestly, to tell you the truth, the sad thing is in the beginning, and sometimes I feel like Chad could be a dick. Okay, but there's times where Chad can actually be human and nice and kind and everything like that. And he actually felt bad for Jake. I mean, yeah, they didn't really get along that well, and they didn't really know each other that long. But it was Abby's friend, and that meant something. And I'm just like, the one guy who I constantly sit there and call a dick actually had more emotions and felt more empathy for this character's death than Gabby, EJ, Kristen. I can give somewhat of a pass. Um, and I was just like, are you kidding me? I feel like that's pretty much about it. Uh, I am so glad that I actually got the crap out the way first. I just, you know what? I'm not even gonna end this on a bad note. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna, I'm just not gonna go there. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Like I said, me, DC Soap Sanctuary, and JLJ Media. We did a video yesterday. It was a lot of fun. We wound up going over the time that we originally planned. And I'm like, of course we did. Of course we did. And then even after we were done with the show, we talked for like 30 more minutes. So it actually took me a while to go to sleep because I was still just so. I guess I just had so much fun, and by the time it lasted, it lasted. Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think I could have still tried to get some sleep. I mean, I had to wake up at the ass crack of dawn, but me sleeping later than I should have was on me. Um, but we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, and we are planning on doing something like that again. Um, we gotta sit there and see about our schedules and everything like that, and then we'll sit there and put a time and everything like that. And the chat was actually open. I didn't know if the chat was going to be open or not, but the chat was open, so everyone came in. We had a lot of people, so it was a good time. It was a good time. So yeah, definitely check out that video. I know it's like an hour. Well, actually, it's damn near 2 hours. But it was a really good discussion, and here's the thing: I normally don't sit there and recommend videos that are that long because I normally don't sit there and watch it. But it was just that good of a conversation, and it really kind of what was so cool about it wasn't just the fact that we had our own perspectives about the shows and things of that nature, but it really kind of gave us it really gave everyone a sense of who we were, you know. Um, even with JLJ Media. The first time that we talked, we kind of bumped heads. But I wanted to sit there and have more of a discussion with him because I don't just sit there and write people off if we simply disagree on something. And so that was also really fun to sit there and kind of hear his perspective, how he got started, all the stuff he's went through. Um, and it made me appreciate just how much effort he puts into what he does. So it was good. It was good. It was a lot of gain respect, you know. So not like it was anything lost, but you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, it's on JLJ Media's channel. I'm gonna sit there and try to link it at some point. I'm gonna try to do it tonight. I think I can try to do it tonight. Um, if you watch all my other reviews, I'm gonna be talking throughout that too. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see everyone in the next video. I'm so glad I'm actually feeling a lot better now.